Hi everybody, we've got a lovely new moon at almost 11 degrees of Leo on August the 2nd. This is a very fiery new moon with most of the many planets in fire signs. And I've been thinking about fire as opposed to the other elements. You've got air, which can be hot or cold. You've got water, which can certainly be hot or cold. And the earth can be very hot or cold. But fire is simply hot. So think of warmth. And when I think of Leo, I think of what it rules, the body part that it rules, which is the heart. And the heart has an electromagnetic field that is 60 times bigger than the brain. It's got an electrical field that apparently scientists are now finding out that it's 100,000 times stronger than the brain. Did you know that in conception, the heart is the first organ to begin to function? In fact, after just 20 days. And the brain takes 90 days to begin to function. So interesting that the heart comes first, and the heart is very, very strong. You know how it is when somebody comes up to you to even just ask you a question. You know whether their energy is angry, frustrated, loving. You feel it instantly. So we feel one another, we feel the heart. So this is an opportunity at the time of this particular new moon to really focus on ways in which you can open up the freedom of your heart, expressing freely. Let's look at what aspects are at play. We've got this new moon trine to Saturn. So a trine to Saturn indicates that you're going to be able to accomplish a lot, anything you want to complete. Maybe you want to write that book, or even just get started with that book, or a project. Something that you really want to do assiduously. You want to put a focus onto something. This trine energy should really make it more easy for you to be able to accomplish something. And with the fire energy, it should move more quickly. Think about fire. Once it catches that paper, boy, it really moves. So this is the touch paper this month for you to really, absolutely steam ahead. We've got Venus trine to Uranus, Venus in Leo, Uranus in Aries, all this fire you see activated. This is just a wonderful aspect for serendipitous meetings, for just meeting somebody out of the blue, and it could be a love, it could be a wonderful friendship, it could be just a wonderful surprise, something you didn't anticipate, suddenly just happening. And again, very often, when your heart is open, that's exactly when those wonderful things do come into your life. So think about ways, perhaps in the morning when you get up, how can I keep my heart open today? What can I do that will enable me to stay open no matter what experiences I encounter? Saturn is still square to Neptune, quite strongly square at the time of this new moon. So Saturn is everything to do with walls, boundaries, fences, containing. And Neptune, of course, is all about no boundaries, fuzzing of the boundaries, and Neptune in Pisces, as I've said before, all about this higher octave of love. So what it's giving you an opportunity to do, especially with this trine to Saturn, is to really look at where are you putting up boundaries and walls that are maybe keeping you from getting really close to somebody. Sometimes we've been so hurt in the past, it's so difficult to open up again. And yet when you see little children, they're dancing around and they're singing and playing, and it isn't until they get a little bit older that they too learn to be a little more careful about who they open their heart to. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could move more into this childlike energy of Leo? Because it's very playful, and Leo rules the house of children in the chart. The playful child within you, the child that wants to dance, the child that wants to sing. Yes, you may say you're not creative, but everybody has a creative spark. And this is what this new moon is really wanting to bring out. I do think that our conditioning is very much about separating our abilities. I can remember being at school and at the age of just 11, having to choose between going an artistic route or a scientific route. And it was a really difficult choice, and why did I have to choose? So how can we keep ourselves open? Because what science and education are now finding out, that the more we meld, the more we mix all of the subjects together, the more answers we find. It's been the separation, it's been the walls, the boundaries, and I'm not saying we don't need them. While we live in this 3D universe, we do need certain walls and boundaries for certain things. But if we've got walls and boundaries that are keeping us separate from one another, that are keeping our hearts closed, then I would suggest that those walls and boundaries are not really very valuable to us, that they are really impeding our progress towards a planet of higher consciousness. So, isn't it interesting? What I notice is that the more that I share of myself, and yes, I've shared the channeling, I'm sharing the channeling of the painting, and I'm sharing more and more things. I've started to dance, free fall dancing. Now, just when I'm out on the beach, I just literally allow my body to do whatever it wants to do. When a child is born, the body, it's moving, it's not really very still. Yes, the body wants to move. Yes, it's got an instinct of its own. How does your body want to move? How does your heart want to move? This is a wonderful opportunity to allow yourself to be free to move in your particular way. I'm going to be doing some videos about astrology and music, demonstrating it on the keyboard for you, to show you how we each play a musical tune through our charts, through these elements. In fact, I may do an odd moon video and share with you what I feel is the music, the resonance of the astrology. Again, bringing out the creative side. Isn't it exciting that we've all got this creativity inside of us? Think about just one thing that you could do for this new moon that would excite you, that would bring out something that makes you feel passionate. It could just be one little thing. It might even be a piece of chocolate, but really savour it, really love it. Yes, it might be going for a walk, and on that walk finding some beautiful things that you're going to take home with you and make a collage. Maybe it's just looking through some magazines and coming up with some inspiring pictures that you're going to put together. There are so many different ideas. And of course, I'd like to close with some paintings that I've also painted for this new moon in Leo. Couldn't just have one, because it all came from the heart. So here you've got this one, and another one came out here, which is all the passion. You can see all those passionate colours. And another one came. See, when you come from your heart, there's no lack, there's an abundance.